same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything is gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gone, yo. Headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo. So my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, yo. That's against our bro code. Headed to his home, yo. No, he living solo. Vertebrae. I just broke into his place. This shit in his face, yeah. From then I say it's evidence you entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up. Then I again. Go. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold. It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we eat. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no hiding, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no hiding. Tell them line it up. Like a 4-1, we sneaky when we slide up. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we eat. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Go when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no hiding, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Go when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no hiding. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this. Wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time efficient. Better not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in their pocket. Old Squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we eat. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Go when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no hiding, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Go when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no hiding.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson, first play, going to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Christian Watson, 75 yards. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. To begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards for number 11. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Throw out wide to Walker. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter. This time, a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory. But I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want. And they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Come on, DK.
Tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off Trevor Diggs. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson now. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Christian Watson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Ravens have got it. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes.
For that reason,
they're going to be looking for some
bro.
answers, and quickly.
It's 12 o'clock waiting around for this bullshit.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
This is caught. Touchdown.
Watch it because he's the fastest
Christian
one
Watson doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
Wow.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He completes this to Walker. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
21-0, our score after 1. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Christian Watson halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. And he goes out right around the 39. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Walker has it. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On second down, a run with Dallas. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. 2nd and long. Swings this out here for Cohen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his tight end fan. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll look to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
To try again after the sack, Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Dallas up the middle. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Badgley's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete.
But these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Christian Watson from 4 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
11 yards there and a first down.
Bro, you running these YouTube-ass defensive schemes, I'm going to kill the clock, bro.
Up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a
Man,
power
you
scheme.
running YouTube schemes, bro. I'm going to kill the clock on you.
And then the running back can read
And
it,
trying
find
to
the proper hole, and just
stay
go.
up this late for that.
Sometimes a thing of beauty.
And he's corralled at the 40.
On 1 o'clock.
Picking up 8.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down.
You got the
Give
win.
them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down. Back to Walker on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. They're going to look to throw. That's complete to DK
Dropping
Metcalf.
defensive tackles in the coverage and shit.
This
Come on,
across
bro.
midfield to the 48.
And he stay up just
They
like
kept the
that.
receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. No reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
DK Metcalf can get off
Another
of. He
interception.
did.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. But the game certainly not taking us there.
And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Walker to start the drive. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now. I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Noah Fant, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And they'll work this down inside the 30. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
The lineman and coverage and shit.
Receiver, and he's brought down.
Playing for real.
The Ravens going to use.
Calling a timeout with 46 seconds left, bro.
Their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. They had lots of looking behind it, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And now here is another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Straight ahead, Walker. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 61 yards rushing for him now to this point. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside.